When a child is in secondary school or primary school, they're expected to do mathematics. Mathematics is the core subject, whether that child is in primary school or is in secondary school or even in nursery school. So mathematics is the major, as in is a compulsory subject, whether that child is in primary school or is in secondary school, but because they need it in their life. So when you notice that your child is not doing well in mathematics, whether that child is in primary school or in secondary school, what do you do as a parent? You don't just leave that child like that. Don't leave that child. There are some things that the child needs to know, especially when that child is still in primary school, before that child enters secondary school. Because secondary school, you are applying what you have learned in primary school. When your child is in secondary school, when your child is in primary school, I notice that that child is still struggling. There are basic things that that child needs to know. In that primary school, they will be doing addition of numbers, subtraction of numbers, division of numbers, multiplication of numbers, the different things at their level. Those things they are doing is what will help them in secondary school. Because when they enter secondary school, they will start applying those things. So you need to check as a parent whether my child can that child add numbers? Can that child divide? There's what we call learning styles. There are children who children learn different ways. Not the way I'm learning is different from the way you are learning. So when you notice that your child is still not doing well in mathematics, check those things. Oh, let me see how my child can multiply these numbers. Let me see how my child can add these numbers, subtract numbers, find even numbers, odd numbers, prime numbers. There are basic things that that child needs to know. When your child doesn't know these things very well, that child will find it difficult. Because when it comes to secondary school, those things, they assume that child has already known it. They'll start applying it. So when your child doesn't know all these things, little things, addition of numbers, prime numbers, even numbers, mixed fractions, all these things, when that child enters secondary school, it will become a problem. Because that child cannot differentiate. So that's why I said in my earlier video that allow your child to flow very well in primary school. Allow that child to finish primary school. Because when that child does not finish it, when you enter secondary school, that child will find it difficult. So when you notice at that early stage that my child is not doing well in mathematics, check those basic things. Even that child has entered secondary school and still not comprehending, go back, go and check those basic, correct it so that that child will